Cleveland Browns, are you feeling this? This isn't just a minor tremor. It's an earthquake. One of the most dominant names in the NFL, a true terror for quarterbacks, has just made it clear. He wants out. That's right, the backbone of this historic defense may be falling apart right before our eyes. And what does this mean for the future of the franchise? What led this monster of a defensive lineman to make such a drastic decision? And more importantly, do the Browns have any chance of keeping this guy, or is the battle already lost? Let's dive in because this story is just getting started. Myles Garrett hasn't just flirted with the idea of a future outside of Cleveland. He has practically wide opened that door. During the final stretch of the 2024 season, he was already signaling that a change could be on the horizon. Now, that possibility has become a reality. The current NFL Defensive Player of the Year has officially requested a trade. And here's the detail that makes this even more explosive. Andrew Berry, the Browns GM, was emphatic just days ago at the Senior Bowl when he stated that Garrett would not be traded. He reinforced the team's commitment, saying that Garrett's path was straight from Cleveland to Canton to the Hall of Fame. But for Garrett, that road seems to have come to an abrupt end. With this public trade request, the situation between the player and the franchise is about to turn into a full-blown narrative war. Cleveland says they won't trade him. But what about Garrett? Is he really willing to force his way out? And what's the right price for one of the best defenders in the league? Now, the ball is in the Browns' court. If you're a Browns fan, it's impossible not to feel a chill down your spine. You lose Myles Garrett, and suddenly your defense goes from one of the most dominant in the league to a question mark. And the issue here isn't just technical. It's about what this means for the culture of the franchise. How does a team that finally seemed to be building a solid defensive identity let its biggest star slip through its fingers? Now, let's look at the possible scenarios. According to Deanna Rossini from The Athletic, a potential trade package for Garrett could yield a first and a second round pick or a first and 2/3. Honestly, that's not enough, way too little. We're talking about a guy who transforms a defense, a true game changer. For the Browns, giving up Garrett for an acceptable return could be a huge mistake. If they're going to trade him, the minimum expected should be something close to 3 first-round picks. And here's the big question. Is Berry holding on to Garrett just to drive up the price? Or does he truly believe he can convince him to stay? Time is running out, and this saga could have a much more dramatic conclusion than any Cleveland fan would want to see. So now I ask, what would you do if you were Andrew Berry? Would you hold on to Garrett at all costs or try to get the best value possible while he still has market appeal? Can the Browns really back up this idea that he won't be traded, or are they just playing the game to raise the asking price? Let me know in the comments what you think will happen. And if you want more sharp analysis on the Browns and the NFL, you already know. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because this story is far from over.